Hey everybody. So those of you who are old like me remember the Hall of Fame quarterback Steve Young, who played for the San Francisco 49ers. But some of you may not remember that before that, he went to the LA Express of the United States Football League, the USFL, and they paid him a $40 million salary as reported by the media. That was at the time the highest salary ever for a pro athlete, and that was the story that ran. But there's a little thing that the media failed to mention, was that he really was paid a couple $1,000,000 and an annuity that over the life of the annuity was worth up to $40 million. So it got me to thinking about what's going on now in our presidential election, and the fact that the media always has an agenda in just about everything they report. That agenda could be as simple as, in that case, they're trying to come up with a story, I think, that people would want to see about the highest paid athlete ever. Sometimes they have negative, they want to get a negative story out about someone in a political sense because they want the other candidate to be hurt, or they want to get out a positive story so their candidate they support will be helped. But the bottom line is, when you're watching the news, we don't know if it's the media outlet, if it's the individual reporter, who it is, but there's always an agenda at play there. So when you are looking at the presidential election and you see activity in the media for or against either of the candidates, you need to look at where that news is coming from, what the political leaning of that organization or reporter is, what the agenda is behind it, before you take into account what that news is saying. So my advice is, don't follow your candidate blindly and just look for positive about your candidate and negative about the other, but look at what news is coming out and really pray that God would show you the truth about each candidate so that you can make an informed decision. Our country is in a very precarious situation, and the president who's elected next is going to have a huge impact on what happens in our country in terms of the Supreme Court especially. So I'm praying that God will open the eyes of the electorate to the truth about what each candidate is and who they stand for. And I would encourage you to have in mind what the media agenda is in their reporting on both candidates, and don't just blindly accept that your candidate is who you think they are. Do your research, check it out, and pray for our country to move back in a godly direction. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.